I didn't lose my virginity until I was in college. So,
Same. Look at this beautiful face. And it was freshman year in college because of my stupid overbearing mom. Sorry, Ron. We weren't allowed to date. My mom was scared we would get somebody pregnant, so we weren't really allowed to date.
I was a virgin out of high school.
Well, the best part of discovering that talent, let's just say,
I made up,
was man, if you didn't throw all your baseball cards away the next day. All of a sudden, your bike didn't matter, your baseball cards, my beer can collection.
Opie, this is
I got a dumpster and threw everything away.
Opie, this is the truth. Like in Boston, like if you go like to a deli in the back, they'd always have the magazine rack.
Oh yeah,
and you had to be 18 or over to purchase. So I immediately started buying porno mags.
You bought them? If you just waited a week and went out to the dumpster, they had to rip the covers off, but they would throw them away allegedly.
Well, yes, yeah, you bought them. That's so stupid because one reason I had a paper route growing up was because everybody left their bundles of newspapers and magazines on the curb, and we would cut that stupid twine.
Yeah.
And we would go through it, and every once in a while,
steal the mags.
And we found gold. No, they left them on the curb for the garbage man. And then if that didn't work, we
why are they throwing them out?
Because they'd finished with them.
They finished it.
Oh, you're talking about the people.
Yes.
I had a paper route, so as I'm delivering papers.
Recycling started in the entire world on Long Island. I don't know if you're aware of that.
Yeah, but it's covered in.
Not everybody makes the pages thick. Some people were, I think, learned how to.
Touching it.
No, the story goes is like
you're a germphobe.
When you have a paper route, you're seeing everything, and all of a sudden, next to the garbage cans would be a stack of magazines and old newspapers.
I do remember
and then
that.
You would kind of look and go,
yes.
"Wait, there's a few magazines in here." And of course, you open it up, and it's a People magazine or Sports Illustrated. But every once in a while, you would find effing gold.
Now,
gold.
All right, so here's a
hustler,
or we go to our friend's house. And
down here it ended with an R.
I had a friend whose dad had the Playboy magazine at his bedside table. And
they're great articles.
And
they actually are though.
My stupid friend John at the time, he made the mistake of telling me, and we went and checked it out like you do, right? We're 14, 15. And then I'm like, all right, my whole job now is to grab one of these and put it in my sock. And I would find a way to get up there and grab one. And the father wasn't going to be like, who grabbed my fucking Playboy magazines, right? He still had plenty of them. And that was another way I got them.
So now here's a question. Did you, as you were young and looking for magazines, was the entry point Cosmo?
Oh, no, it was the bra.
The Sears catalog?
The bra advertisements.
The Sears 100%. Catalog.
Where they use the word bosom a lot.
You know what I would do? The Sears Christmas catalogs. Remember back in the day, it'd be like that.
Yeah.
You could say, "Oh, I want
it's
this."
Like a phone book. Yeah.
But there'd always be the lingerie section, like the sexy Christmas lingerie. Oh yeah, that was yes, sir.
And then those Sears Roebuck guys, they knew what they were doing.
And then it got so desperate that we had a stationery store, and I would do the Sprint for Freedom. So I would go in there as a kid. I mean, I was a kid, like 13, 14, and I didn't look 13 or 14. And I would go in the stationery store. They would have the big mirrors so they could see you. And I wander around like, just looking at my baseball cards. Maybe I'll grab a pack or two and maybe a Snickers bar.
Yes.
And then, you know what? I need to get a birthday card for Mom. So that's a little closer. And now I'm at the magazine rack. The non-dirty, I guess is the only way to put it, over here. But you had to go all the way to the back of that aisle to the bad stuff. And then I would make my way. And the whole time I'm looking at the mirrors like I just need an opportunity. The person would finally look away or do something. I would grab one, and then I would start making my way to the door. Does anyone remember shoplifting? How fucking nerve-wracking that was? And you just want to get to the door, and you're like, oh, please, I just need to get to the door.
I think
and it took forever to get to the door, even though it was like a 5-second walk. And then you finally get outside, and then you're like,
be cool, man. Be cool. Act cool.
And then you're like a store away, and then you sprint. And then I would put it in the woods. I would bag it because, you get bad weather. And I would bag my magazine in the woods. This is the God's honest truth. Dig a little hole with some leaves and then my magazine with a whole bunch of bags. And then I would put leaves on top of that. And then I would put dirt on top of that. And then I would put more leaves so it looks like there was never a hole there. And a cat. and then I would have date night every once in a while. I would go up to the woods and grab my magazine and sneak it in the house. But then, because I'm one of 7, 8, 9 kids. So after date night, I called it date night, I would have to get the magazine out of the effing house and rebury it for next time. Yeah. Bless you.
I'm now, when you're talking about burying it, I'm picturing the scene in Shawshank Redemption with Morgan Freeman with the note. Under the tree by the road.
Opie buried his treasure in the wood.
His pornography.
And then my brother was on to me because he's like, why are you making these trips to the woods, you weirdo? And then one day I'm coming back and he's just giving me that look. He just knew. Like,
so you're doing it in the woods?
No, I would sneak it in the house.
Oh, you go to there.
He hadn't progressed to outdoor date night yet.
Oh, no, I did outdoor date night.
All right.
But then there were times, especially when the weather got cold, like it is here today in New York, now
takes longer.
Can you imagine walking through the woods and you see, like, you get caught, like, going like this?
You get arrested now.
There's a family, like, just taking a hike.
Well, we had a lot of woods behind us, and then it was like, the whole goal was to get it in the house, and then somehow get it out of the house when you were done with it. So.